fumble, I defend. Going hard for my sisters. Hurry up, take my picture. Heels hurt, I got blisters.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this out past the 25.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll run on 1st down. Cottrell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the option, here's Williams. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he is out up around the 15-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball in coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to Gofford is confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Bud Dupree came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's McDonald. Escapes the defender, and he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And Jackson throwing once more. Flushed out right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
That is definitely what we call a defensive uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 7 yards the pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on third down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Play action, it's Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Off play action, Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Jackson on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. So Mike number one, Mike number one. Yeah.
Jackson from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. First down and much more for Henry. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. 13.
To throw again is Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And some room to work. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Finding room to the 20. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing is Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, it's Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Tannehill. Check down here for Henry. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On first down, it's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Henry. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And now a sneak, Tannehill, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Titans can have the lead if they hit the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. Tucker's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill. And that's complete to McKenzie. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 2nd and 11. Tannehill to throw. He's got Henry, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
At this stage, you've got to hustle, got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Throwing Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. Just a tough way to end this ball game. You give your kicker the shot there, albeit a pretty long one. Not meant to be.
It certainly wasn't. And kickers, they're better athletes than they've ever been. They're more accurate than they've ever been. But we have to keep reminding ourselves that distance is not a gimme. That's a long way for any kicker to make it. He missed on that one.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.